Shalom, 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 shalom. Birthday Hawa, birthday Awashai, birthday Hawa, birthday Awashai, call Allah, Yahweh, Eloheinu, Yahweh, Shem Shai, B'Shem Kakadash. Of course, give a double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, well, peace and salutation, La Bachayah, Inshallah, Yasha'Allah, to the election of the nation of Israel. All right, the first fruits of twitchiest parts, that the Lord will have mercy upon the ith in these times. Shemia Mappa, there's a Mappa, my Yanga Valoka, my Khanap, and the Great Millstone Camp, simply Plaintables by Ayar in the city of Philadelphia, about I'm Lamadi Ma'it. A lesson, little or a wee lesson, all right, a little lesson. Hey, the topic is being, particularly as I'm gonna try this new format of damn videos and such, because I'm resorting to live streams due to me having a computer at this time. Stupid computer battery just shite. But yeah, shalom to my so you got the topic being a blood moon makes appearance on election day for the first time. All right, and I'm gonna show you that here on the Wii screen. All right, on the screen here, you got today news. You got MSNBC, and we got even a live stream. Watch the total lunar eclipse.
Wow. All right, we're back. Carson joins us. Stunning images of the blood moon eclipse overnight. That's a wow.
Because that wasn't sped up, but that's actually how fast it went in real life. This marks the first total lunar eclipse visible in the U.S. on Election Day, and the last until 2025. As for that reddish hue that you see, NASA says the color comes when the entire moon is in the Earth's shadow. The more dust or clouds in the atmosphere, the redder it appears.
So,
It's
Dylan,
so cool.
over to you, Dylan.
I know.
Yeah. Explain.
Well, it's like pretend that was the sun.
Yeah, and there you go. All right, let me see. Just leave it right there. Okay. And that's what we got. Now, what I want to do is just speak on things, of course, pertaining to the scriptures in the book. All right, because say it's a very, very spiritual occurrence that's going on with this blood moon, which is biblical prophecy. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I believe you can go to Joel, the 2nd chapter, if I'm not mistaken. And if the live stream is lagging, you just let me know so I can just have my knowledge, because I'm not sure if I can actually do anything about it. So, the book of Joel, I think the 2nd chapter. All right, let's see. I'm gonna get that real quick. If I can find Joel, the Old Testament. I believe it's in also Luke, maybe the 22nd chapter too, if I'm not mistaken. I'm already at the Luke, so I may just even go and get that just through the Spirit. It's a new Bible, so bear with me. Let me see if that's Luke, the 22nd chapter. All right, so, book of Luke, chapter 22. And let's see if it's there. Give me a moment. Because if there's no there, I have to find it somewhere else. No, this is going to something else. Let's see if I can find it somewhere else. See if brother put up anything. Nope. Like I said, I don't even think with these new live streams and stuff in this particular place is a spirit that brothers are even able to put different precepts on this. I feel like I'm being blocked from even that. from the connection in this particular place. And so I'm just gonna try to for the Joel. Just bear with me and such. I'm just doing all this in the spirit. Joel. Okay. This is the book of Joel, the 2nd chapter. And let's see. Yeah, this is Joel chapter 2 and verse 30. And it says here, and I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood and fire, pillars of smoke. And the sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood, before the great and terrible day of Yahweh come. All right. So this appearance of this blood moon, it's like you would try to drag this to the TV or the telly, is biblical prophecy. I'm going to read it again. It says, the sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood. Moon turned into blood, being in this blood moon. And they told you the science, in that previous video, which I don't own the footage for, from today. Fair use warning. And using it for any other purpose other than educational purposes only. It says, before the great and terrible day of the Lord, how will come. Okay, so as you can see, this is a sign, all right, or omen, and of the second coming of Yahweh Shai, and of course the day of the Lord. Okay, which the day of the Lord, Yahweh. All right, he pretty much done gave and committed, everything onto his son. So, Yahweh get the ultimate credit, but Yahweh Shai is going to be getting busy in these times and such. All right, so, us, we got to, be very, very circumspect, especially in these times. And because you got heavy spirits that's going on. This is the book of Joel chapter 2:1 actually, as well, which reads, it says, blow ye the trumpet into Zion, the Lord's monument, and being to Zion and Bahavarth in the Hebrew, all right, which we are the Lord's people, the Lord's memory, okay, memorial. So we're blowing the trumpet by giving this trip, all right. It says, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of Yahweh cometh, for it is nigh at hand. Right, and the day of the Lord is very nigh, it's near, okay, in which so much judgment beyond what you have ever seen, beyond what you have ever heard, is going to be done, okay. And it says a day of darkness and the gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, as the morning is spread upon the mountains. A great people, the notification, and there it says a great people and a strong, there hath no been ever like, neither shall there be any more after it, even the years of many generation. Okay, and this is going to be a very, very, very unique time. All right, the worst time ever. All right, and like I say, hey, due to spirit, with this so-called midterm, you got here in the state of Pennsylvania, here in Babylon the Great, you got this big, they mostly are chatting about this was it senator Senate race and all of that from maybe I gotta check maybe the governor race and all of that, and that's a big topic, and even at our jobs, and they actually let me early just to actually go to if I wanted to, which like I said, they're pretty much assuming we would, but vote and such, you know. And like I said, like they already told you in that in the on the telly, that's the first appearance of a blood moon on election day. So that's of course something need to be ignoring, okay, at all, especially if it's written within the scriptures. Okay. Um let's see. Um I think I was thinking about also a book of Amos or something like that as well. Let me see if I can get Amos. Try to use this new sword. That's my ability. Slocky is very, very quiet in here because I don't have nothing on. Alright, like music wise or sound wise. Alright, this is the book of Amos chapter 5. And this is verse 18. It says, woe or destruction unto you that desire the day of the Lord Yahweh. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord Yahweh is darkness and no light. All right. Yeah, the day of the Lord is darkness and no light. And there's going to be loads of ignorance out here. Especially in these times, like right now. And most of the people are focused on this election. They focus on really the next leader, to get in the office. And they're talking about whole rhetoric. And if we don't, basically vote Democrat, that and the Republicans get in, this is going to jeopardize the things in which Joe Biden wants to, make policies and such like that. Basically if they get control over certain if it's the upper or lower yeah you would say you got the two different you say makeups of the whole legislative. You got the state representatives, are really the House of Representatives, and you have, of course, that's the lower house, and you have the upper house being here in Babylon the Great. You have the Senate and such. Of course, you got different bills that are pushed forward, but then in the lower House of Representatives, and then you have, of course, the passing of it. Would happen to occur with the Senate. All right, so of course, as we know with this political system, it's all controlled anyway and such. But they try to show the the big illusion of really the voting being in your hands, and it's not. It's not in your hands. It's all, of course, bought and paid for, and agendas and these different political leaders. And like I said, it's only a means to the same end. All right, at the end of the day, for the elites. Okay, so Sakia. So we know that, of course, there's a loads of division. And that's one of the big things, of course, that I feel with this whole sign of a blood moon on the election day. is going to be loads of destruction due to the division amongst the people, mainly with this whole political system and such. With the Democrats and the Republicans. And I did, of course, on the highways and hedges. The information on the plebs or plebeians, all right, which would be your modern day Democrat Party. This would be your commoners and such. People know of a great birth or such and that. Nobly, they wouldn't be of a noble birth as in comparison to the uh, that'd be the patricians. All right, they come from noble birth, and they're have land ownership and such, and more of the high scale. That'd be your modern day Republicans. Okay, and I believe they even was saying about how Trump got a big announcement. He probably just gonna announce that he's going to be the next runner for president again. You know, but we'll see what it is. Okay. But we of course know to put the trust in these men and such. These regular politicians. We know to be even uh, participating in these whole elections and that as Hebrew Israelites and such. All right. Very validated that with Deuteronomy, I think the 17th chapter, I think it was, we were going into it. If you have a king, you gotta be, chosen of the Lord and of our own nation and such, But it's another scripture I wanted to get. Oh, I think I was thinking about Psalms 16. Let me see something real quick. Yeah, I think I was saying he said Shalom too. I didn't even miss it. The brother from Memphis, I believe that is GMS Fax Works 144. It's still there. Shalom, of course. Yeah, but some shabby shit. Let's look at that. So this is Psalms. Let's see if I can find it. Psalms 118, and this is verse 8. It says it's better to trust in Yahweh than to put confidence in man. Right? You put your trust and your confidence, your fidelity, your loyalty in a man. Many people have placed their trust in Joe Biden, and these different elected officials as if they're gonna really change their entire lives, and hey, they have for the worse, all right, and no for the better. What have they been doing? We continued, the oppression, of you, Jake, and loads of y'all with this Democrat thing, and loads of y'all, that participate in this thing, they're pushing that whole Black Lives Matter agenda or BLM, and with this whole thing with really letting these ninjas loose at these prisons, and no really pursuing much of these different laws. Okay, so you got Jake with on the loose, getting away with a lot of even murders and such. So Jake getting at it. And some of these leaders said that the Fetterman guy against you talking about, they're in with some of these different, like you say, the crash near, and these different, like I say, these in the pockets of these different, elites agendas. All right, and they're pushing it. and such. Like you say, particularly in my job, they pretty much done changed the whole makeup of the job. It looks like pretty much being a non-white and former ex-con is a plus, and being pretty much like you said, clean cut so-called white man, and or even just even being like me, like no having a criminal record, and just being just this young kid that never really got into the life of crime and such. That's looked at as not actually desirable, for the employers that want to hire, at this time, at this time, and you have it where they're seeking the rich is basically seeking to please the poor. Okay, I think that might be around here somewhere in Job. Let's see if I can find it. It's the 22nd chapter or something. I don't know, or the 18th chapter. I want to put on some music or something, but I'm saying very, very, very just ununlocked button here. All right, let me see if I can find this preset. All right, so please, the poor. All right, this is Job chapter 20 and 10. From right there, it says, it says 20 and 10. It says, his children shall seek to please the poor, and his hand shall restore their goods, right? His children, these Edomites, all right, they're gonna seek to please the poor. They doing it in different ways. Giving equal opportunity, so-called, right? So-called equal opportunity, all right? Because like a lot of these different jobs and Jake go into the system and such. Hey, they got issues with getting housing, getting acquiring a job, and pretty much once they get a criminal record, it's kind of like a revolving door. It actually encourages that we go back into the life of crime and such. But at this time, Esau is making different benefits and available for Jake, that even had these different former, prior records and such, um, to be basically be able to work, normal jobs and such like that. But like I say, it leaves them at, like I say, I'm seeing Jake don't even, they look like they having big difficulty. They gotta, pretty much supplant and just to get a living situation because loads of time with trying to acquire, they say they want to get their own apartment on their own. And what do you even date for they've been in the system for such and such 15 years and all these X amount of years, decades and such. Even shorter and such, they're felons, convicted felons and such. Most of them don't even know how to do things legit. If they learn to do things legit, they still don't want to do it. And even like I say, then it's like even when they want to do things like say clean by the book, you already done messed up, and E holding it against you, so it's like, it's a bunch of confusion. That's the ball here too, you know. But yeah, and that's a main difference between E and Jake. You know, because like I said, I believe in the brothers Mahalaya on his comment board. They have these here, Mike. But they're no in trouble like other men. Okay, which I can get it. You know, but the troubles of you, Jake, has hit mainstream, and now E want to act as if he there to help you and such, and that's something where you got to be very very careful with, because that's a way of deception in times past, and it just repeats itself even in this time. That's a way to get destroyed, to let your guard down for this man to overthrow you and such. All right, so I believe that was Psalms. I get Psalms 73, volume, or Psalm chapter 73. And yeah, Esau definitely messes with these live streams and such. I know that for sure. 73 and verse even I start at verse 3. It says, "For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked." And it's like, you see how these Edomites got it. You lot like from jump. He could just from jump got a Corvette and college education, and he already got inheritance money and stuff like that. Jake, on the other hand, after pretty much and hope that they got some type of talent or something like that, and somebody's gonna see it and want to, pretty much let them be, be the whole and vessel for their profit. Basically to be exploited. With E and just be E and just get things just handed to him and such. As for I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked, for there are no bonds in their death, but their strength is firm. All right, and you can see, how their strength is firm. Well, hey, even the earth is given onto the hand of the wicked, and they have their time. So even what is their strength, they say they're no under the curses like us. The curses are falling upon them, of course, that only upon our enemies in these times a bit. But it's going to fully set in. They're going to be completely under them in the kingdom. It's going to be great. Seeing Eve all messed up and depressed and having really that much hope. It's going to be great. It says, they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. They're not plagued like us, Jake. We're cursed. Okay. We got curses on us that the Lord placed. So just like going into establishment and saying, all right, I'm the so-called late man. They just say, hey, you can get a job. Like even me, like shoot, it's only the side planting. It's really only the Lord that I'm actually in a particular set of working for a particular job, and God and such, because really it was a Jake that liked my mom, another Jake Italian that liked my mom, and she supplanted it so I can get the job, and they seen also my work ethic too, but that's me, one Jake over a bunch, and I had to really exceed obviously all of the rest of the Edomites and other Jake. There's like foreigners possibly, Irish and Italian, that was there, German, etc., whatever, that was there. But we, Jake stick out, Jake, you should work hard and such, but yeah. So let me go even back. Job chapter 20. 1, I think is, and this is verse verse 9, or actually verse 8. Their seed is established. Actually, you can start at 7. It says, "Wherefore do the wicked live, become old, yea, are mighty in power? Their seed is established in their sight." Right, the wicked, they actually have a seed, their offspring and such, right? Their seed is established in their sight with them, right, with them, right, not separate, It'd be a family affair, the Bushes, the Clintons, the Rothschilds, all these different Edomite families, all right? The seed established in their sight with them and their offspring before their eyes. It says their houses are safe from fear, neither is the rod of the terror upon them. Right? And it's like, it's like, the Lord done let up, but the Lord knows how to reserve the wicked for the day of judgment, so don't be, of course, weary. The Lord always going to judge them. It's just that the Lord is going to suffer it. He has a particular time in which these Edomites can rule and such, and draft forth these different laws and have these politicians up in office and et cetera, et cetera. All right. It says their bull gendereth and faileth not, their cow calf and casteth not her calf. They send forth her little ones like a flock. Their children dance, right? Their children dance, dancing in glee. You can see these, have loads of these Edomites. When you see some of their different neighborhoods and such, not even a drop of ounce of crime is there because Jake ain't even there. When Jake come through, say like loads of the time when Jake come through, they're only working or something like that. They giving Jake hell. What you even did in here, man? You know you are and such. You in ease land. They make you know. That you're no welcome. Okay. It says they take the timbrel and the harp and rejoice at the sound of the organ, and they spend their days in wealth, and in a moment they go down to the grave. Right? They spend their days in wealth, but in a moment they go down to the grave. They'll be destroyed. They'll be killed. They're going to Shalwal, to the grave, to this the nuclear destruction when Yahweh Shai, of course, come back. All right? And bring forth these manifold judgments upon them and such. All right? But they spend their days in wealth, having the substance, man. It's like with this election, it's like they're looking forward to just getting more richer, put more oppression, give you the MOTB, and just continue to dominate and conquer the world with their influence and democracy and having the height of hell, other governments and such, being at the top of the mountain, and just controlling the world. Okay, having Jake's mind. It says, let me see where I'm gonna go to now. This is verse 19. It says, the Most High layeth up his iniquity for his children. He rewardeth him, and he shall know it. His eyes shall see his destruction, and he shall drink the wrath of the Almighty. That's right. Now, there's a lot of good. It's so many good precepts. But I'm gonna go to back to that Psalms 118 and is verse 9. It says it's better to trust in the Lord Yahweh than to put confidence in princes, and your modern day princes are your elected officials. When you see this John Fetterman, this Joseph Harrell, whatever, and you just see so many different people here. I'm just talking about here in Pennsylvania where I'm at. you know, PA election, midterm election, governor election results. You got Shapiro versus Mastrano. You know, it shows how much I even care, you know, about these candidates and such. And it'd be like that, like, so you got this Jay Fretman and Mr. or Dr. Oz. All right, you got, and this is for Senate. Then you got Jay Shapiro with the D. Well, you got so you got, you know, they just showing the two Democrat. It's not showing it, but versus the Republican. Got the House. Let's see. They got mail-in ballots, and it's mostly Democrat requested, so-called. Right, which this place is a so-called Democrat state. Mail-in early person. So you pretty much know this state is gonna run Democrat. You know, gonna run Republican. All right, so-called. Um, so let me see. Pennsylvania ballot fight could drag long after election day. Thousands of votes in limbo. You know, and this is just all that confusion and such, and you know, another reason though to get into it. You know, because Jake get all into it. Jake was, you know, the other day they had a big rally. We was out in Highways and Hedges, and Jake was out there. Like I think I got the. I'm gonna show you some of this confusion. I'm gonna put on some music too. Like check out this I don't even like that track right there. You got this right here, and this is how it looked when it comes to this so-called, because there's a big heavy spirit to push after this so-called black vote and such like that. Because loads of Jake, so-called Negroes, you know, particularly the tribe of Judah, you know, our Southern Kingdom, you know, I could put, you know, so-called West Indians and Haitians as well as the so-called Negro, um, you know, lost hope in this system. This all I saw was a bunch of sisters out there. Right, the brother said, "Con, if you got anything to add, too, you know, just say. I'm not sure how it is out there in Memphis. You can, you know, let me know if anything too." Hold on 1 second. And that's what it is. They want you, Jake, to be like this, so-called Afrocentric, Afro-American, and like seem like y'all smart because you're voting all of a sudden because they pushed out that spirit. Okay, they pushed out that spirit of you know, voting upon you. You know, to trust in but the scriptures tell you no to trust in your enemy. All right. But what the hell are you trusting your enemy for? Like he's gonna do something. You know, the enemy never got me into this particular place. You know where I'm in. You know, the enemy. They said they try to play as if they're they say benevolent and helpful and such. Man, they're not doing nothing, man. You know, the stuff is the Lord. The Lord is giving that prosperity. The Lord's doing that. You know, He's the one that's making a poor man rich all of a sudden and such like that. It's gonna do for us. But look at this, man. Look, you guys see that. This is why I wanted to do a whole thing about. I'm voting for safe neighborhoods, community investments, healthy schools for all of us. And look at the picture of Jake. Look at Jake. Look how Jake look. This is who they want Jake to be. You know, Jake, he look kind of like he got some type of, like he trying to be a bit proper. Like you got, like me, say for example, I'm like one of those Jake that you know, try to be not looking like a straight nigga, or, you know, trying to you know have my pants down, and you know all that happened early. You know, I seen how them Jakes, these Edomites would look at these Jakes and they'd be like, man, y'all look crazy. And I was like, hey, I don't want to be, you know, looked at as if I'm some hoodlum, and they still look at you as a hoodlum. All right, you think that you get accepted just because you change your clothes? These Edomites, it's a spiritual thing. Right, the brother GMS Facts Work said, LOL, with the so-called white picket flinch, you got Jake looking like white America, right? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you defo. Let me see this. Let me look at this picture a little bit, man. And then look at you know, you got like the team light skin, then you got the Jake. You know Jake gonna get the chick with the team light skin. You know, look, like, oh, they're the mum right there. And then he done dropped some seed, you know, he got, or you don't even know, like, I guess that was his son. Let me see something. No, that, I guess that's his granddad or something like that. So they try to make it a family affair or such like that. You know, like Jake doing real good and stuff. This is like rare. Like, I mean, it's no like common and such. I mean, Jake didn't been coming up though. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, Jake been coming up and stuff. I be seeing Jake be driving these fancy whips and such. You know, fancy cars and such. You know, you know, living in these luxury apartments, and you know, looking, you know, a bit more not like, you know, like they just straight messed up. But Jake's still in the hood still though, you know. So like, you know, this ain't the majority of Jake, you know. Jake, loads of Jake still, you know, on like in the hood where like you said, the door just stay open. Or they don't even have a security gate. You just knock the door and be right in there. And our Jake just sitting there. It's like a ton of Jake sitting on the couch with crumbs of cheese doodles and, you know, honey smacks just on the ground, and, you know, unvacuumed, hoover or unhoovered, and and like carpets and such. You know, trash and all that in the back, in the backyard, and, you know, dog shit everywhere, and, you know, alleyways that no clean, no safe to even go through, no access. Jake don't even care. They just throw the trash out the window. But the chicken grease just hanging from the like dripping from, and it's dried up, then dripping from the like windies and stuff like that. The windows. You know, that's be like the silliness that, you know, but look, they trying to see, I crying. It's like he said he crying. I'm trying to like I'm trying to say, like, Jake, like you will go to some of these, like I say, you know, been working for quite a bit, you know, for a particular entity I've been working for. And I, like I said, when you think you've seen it all, you may seen it all and such like that. Jake could go over the top. You know, I just, like, you'll see some big old black woman look like all she do in that house is, like, she looked like she would be like breastfeeding or something like that, or would be doing some type of nurturing and such, but she's no nurturing, because when she opened that door, you just smell a bunch of stink, you know, and it's a combination of both her and just that she just got that trashy mentality, you know, not being destroyed and stuff like that. You know, like I said, I had a girl, you know, I was doing this this particular job, and the chick came at the door, and I was like, I didn't even think I even wanted her to come at the door because it was so stink. You like, why even, I don't even think I even bothered, but she just came out. Like, sometimes Jake just come out, and Jake be so confused too. They don't even be acting like they know what's going on and such. You know, you show up, somebody's doing some work and such. Jake, first of all, your place should be clean to begin with. Why are you so dirty and such like that, you know? But, you know, Jake done degenerated and such. So, I don't know. Y'all talking about y'all voting. I'm voting for safe neighborhoods and community investment and healthy skills for us all and such. It's all rubbish and such like that because really, as long as you Jake, you need, lots of the things that, you need to clean up your own selves and such, man. I see some real messed up black women, man. You be like, damn. And that's these same black women that put on a weave and be like this. Be on some ancient Egypt type time, you know, uh, you know, go vote, nigga. You know, I'm just gonna say it just like that. Look, you better go vote. What type time you on? That's how these Jake they was put. I seen like a advert was saying something like that. You ain't gonna vote. Damn, what type time you on? What you mean you not gonna vote? They got the seducing is heavy in here, you know. Hey man, let me get this work there. Let me get this one too. Isaiah chapter 19, I think that was. Yeah, it's a lot, loads of good precepts too. I'm gonna bring this out 10 and 6 real quick, and I will send him. Asaki, I'm gonna even get this one 5. It says Isaiah chapter 10 and 5. Oh, Assyrian. The modern day Assyrian is, of course, Esau, Edom. This is modern day Assyria as well. All right. It says, "O Assyrian, the rod of mine anger." Okay. So that whipping stick of the Lord is Esau, Edom. And you looking for him, trying to run to him into a voting booth, thinking you gonna get some type of salvation. Just go and vote. Yeah. Yeah, the Benjamite just say, you have to have your voice heard. I'm just like, dude, just shut up, man. Just stop. Like, just stop, man. Dude, you go in that voting booth and vote whatever. And they still put whoever else in there, dude. Like, come on, that other person ain't for you anyway. Come on, dude. It says, in the staff in their hand is mine indignation. So, hey, these modern days Assyrians, these Edomites, they pounding down on you because they are the Lord's actual rod, whom He's going to use, which they are of His power to actually hurt you, Jake. So when you sit there and be like, oh, why is police, and the brutality up and such like that? Maybe it's because the Lord wanna punish Jake, for their rebellion, for they, of course, trusting in Him, putting their trust in princes rather than Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right. It says here, verse 6, it says, I will send him against a hypocritical nation. We're that hypocritical nation. All right. And against the people of my wrath will I give him a charge, an order to take the spoil and to take the prey and to tread them down like the mire on the streets. Yeah, to mow you Jake down and such. All right. That's what E is for. E is to mow you down and such. Meanwhile, y'all sitting there like, oh, I voted. You get like the sticker. I remember years ago when I was in the world, when I fell under that, because it's like I said, it's nothing but a spirit. Like, I'm not even into that. Like, I wasn't even, like you said, I wasn't even into that whole thing anyway. But you have it where his whole spirit's getting pushed in. Oh, you better vote. You better vote. If Donald Trump get in the office, we're dead. Dude, what it called Joe Biden in office and he's so-called Democrat, you're still dimmed. Look at there and calling me. Are you Jake? Come on, you Jake with the same people that voted this man in there, and now you the same people that saying I don't want him out. Crazy ass Jake. Anyway, and it says, look at all this. They even say vote Tuesday, which that's today, the 8th. Confirm where you are registered and where you can vote. Right, and it's heavy. And then even look like some of the different people. You got West, because we was in Southwest. So they telling you and they got Jake actually in these different in politics and such. In which in the ancient Roman Empire you had Jake that had high positions within the Roman Empire and such like that. Your Marcus Aurelius, Roman Emperor, Septimius Severus. All right, you had so many Hadrian, Nerva, and you got you got some of the different Antonine dynasty. You go into the five good emperors and such, or Jake, you know, ruling and such like that. So this ain't nothing new under the sun. With Jake being up in there, having council seats and all this, in there and such, under the Holy Roman Empire and such, and you know, you go into the history. But you go out here, they saying west and southwest where loads of Jake live, and way also they gentrify as well. Got Edomites living, walking about in these hoods and such. They done made it convenient for them to live and such, because they want to have culture and be like you, Jake, right? And be friends with you, Jake. Be friend with you. Remember that eyes will seek to feed the poor. So yeah, they saying west and southwest votes, and they saying I guess these people may represent these certain districts. I have to check Jamie Guther and this Rick Kraszewski, state rep, and then you got uh, west and southwest. They vote for government Josh Shapiro and this John Fetterman guy and such. You know, they really pushing this whole mail-in ballot thing. Which they just fake this whole thing. Say many of you Jake. Because even the one Jake, this Benjamin at my job, he was talking about how he he put in a mail-in ballot. I already voted, man. I already voted. I already did the mail-in ballot, and he lived Mount Airy and such like that. You know, and that's here in Philadelphia. That's it's kind of like a so-called black suburb. You can kind of saw it's in the middle of the city, but or it's in the city, but it's like a black suburb and such. Like Jake, a lot of Benjamites live out there and such. It's still hood too, but it still things get busy out there and such. But it's where you got like Jake trying to have the white picket fence and the green grass and things of that nature out there and such. Before like many Jake when they think about in Philly living in good neighborhoods, they think of Northeast Greater Northeast Philly really. Roxborough, Manayunk, and all these different things, but those places are particularly mainly Edomites, being Roxborough, Manayunk. All right, you don't want to be a Jake being around there and such. We show up on the scene, they like we don't like you kind around here. Literally was told to me and my other brothers in the camp when we showed up. We went into this it was like a bar and such in this Roxborough section, which is like a hilly area. It's a hilly. How like them hills and such. Mountains and such. That's that area. Roxborough, Manayunk is. But anyway, the Lord will bring that destruction to Jake. They're gonna get tread down like the mire on the streets. All right. Now I want to get also, and this right here in verse 19. It says, verse 2, 19 and 10, I will set the Egyptians, you Americans are modern day Egyptians. This is spiritually Sodom in Egypt, being Babylon great America. All right. Remember, we were oppressed in ancient Egypt and such, right? By the Egyptians. Now, the modern day Pharaoh is your Edomites. All right, Edomite ruler Esau. You're you know, hey, and you since we're in Egypt, New Egypt again, hey, you Americans are counting as Egyptians. Because many of you like I say, y'all all into the whole culture anyway of New Egypt anyway. Voting is a part of that new culture and such like that. You know, hey, it says and I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian, American against American. All right. and they shall fight one against his another, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. All right, why would that happen? Because of the differences and variances of opinions: Democrat, Republican, conservative, liberal. Um, I'm a pro choice, pro life. You know, this and I'm that. I'm for the police. I'm against anti-police. I want to defund the police. You got all these opinions going out here and such. I want climate change. I want this candidate goes better for climate change. You know, there's a bunch of confusion. Anyway, it says, in the spirit of Egypt of Matazarim, all right, America shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. And the Lord's going to destroy the counsel, all right, of the wicked, all right. You're going to destroy all of the different wicked insight that they get from these witches, these demons, and such. You know, it's going to get cut off, all right. It says, and they that seek unto the idols and charmers, and them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. All right. Now, I'm gonna go down to. I want to go where it says about the perverse spirit. The stream is still good, right? Y'all let me know. The Lord says He will mingle a perverse spirit in the midst thereof. Where is that at? That's verse 14. It says, the Lord Yahweh had mangled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man that staggereth in his moment. Right? They're going perverse, they're going, you know what I mean, backwards and such, warped. All right? And like I say, it's warped for you, Jake, to sit there and think that these leaders are for you. They're for their own pockets. You should see the type of budgets that these different leaders get. You know, like I should do a lesson on ancient Rome and how basically a parallel how those different Dwana I can let me about the stream how the different the difference between like different positions, social positions within Rome. All that's pretty much set for somebody's within, like, say, a government, senator or something, you know. But yeah, you know, um, it says, neither there shall be any work for Egypt, which the heat or the tail, the branch of rush me day. All right. Yeah, and it's like, the jobs, drying up and such. And another thing, loads of people don't even want to work, man. I'm telling you, the laziness right now, Jake, if they got a job, they want to do a job that they don't want to really have any really expectation of them having to actually do some work, physical labor, and earn what they get. And it sucks. But hey, it is what it is. Hey, I can't wait to know the Lord take away most of their jobs, so I have to say it. Tired of slaving. And it's like crazy, like how, like I said, the spirit is so heavy where they actually let me out from working to vote. That tells you so much importance of how, this whole thing is. When we see this whole blood, man, hey, it's gonna be blood in the streets. So, let me get to. Let me see. I'm trying to think if I get another precept. Be the spirit. Looking at this one precept. getting destroyed. That's a good one. This precept right here. I'm looking at Jeremiah 49 and 31. It says, "Arise, get you up unto the wealthy nation that dwelleth without care." That's Babylon, the great America. All right, dwelleth without care. You can see it, praise and pray. You know, like you got people that literally they don't even care anyway. Like, oh man, yo, doesn't even matter. Even whoever gets in the office, we're still gonna be all right. We just gotta accept who's there, you know, and accept this rulership. Dude, an Edomite that voted for Trump told me this. Like, this dude he's still pro-Trump, still pro-Republican, Masonic, and this dude told me after, like I said, Trump lost, that we gotta pretty much still trust. And I know he don't even believe that shit. And whoever the leader is, which would be Joe Biden, that's nonsense. He don't even trust in it. That's confusion. Well, it says, "Arise and get you up at the wealthy nation that dwelleth without care," said the Lord Yahweh, "which have neither gates nor bars, which dwell alone." All right, this place got a weak defense system. You'll completely see how this place is going to get penetrated. You know, no been hit by any major conflict, such as what is going to see when it comes to this this World War III. The invasion of the missiles and all of that. This what's coming is going to be more than a civil war, more than a revolutionary war. What's coming is complete, like 200 million missiles and such being shot off and such like that. And whenever, that judgment coming. All right. That's what we're talking about. Many of y'all, like I say, y'all sitting there and voting and stuff. We on the cusp of in World War III and such like that. You got trips, NATO trips over there in Russia and such. All right, that's heavy. Okay. I think they said they got U.S. trips. I gotta go check again, confirm. But yeah. Meanwhile, y'all consider about worrying about who's the next senator or such like that. The next senator only gonna say, "Hey, we gotta do something against Russia. We gotta do something against Russia." Ukraine, send more support and aid. A bunch of confusion. So hey, don't get going after all of these different spirits out here because they're heavy out here. Let me see if I can find this other precept talk about. This is another thing. This is where you dumbass Jeep that want to support these different campaigns and such. It tells you in Sirach chapter 12 and 7, "Give unto the good and help not the sinner." Slacky, pardon. That's a slip of the tongue. Hussy yourself to God. So give unto the good and help not the sinner. That's right. And then y'all try to help these sinners, these damn leaders rule over you. Oppression. That's crazy. Okay? It tells you never to trust thine enemy. Sirach chapter 12 and 10. But like iron rusts with his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him if thou hast whipped a looking glass. And thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. And this man is that same old same old wicked man. Right? Never changed. The murderer since the beginning. All right, pursuing his brother Jacob. Pursuing Abel. All right, that's the same spirits. All right, same spirit. Jacob and Esau. You got Cain and Abel. All right, because it says, verse 12. Set him not by thee, and many of you, Jake, want to set him by thee. Hold up 1 second. Let me get session. Shy. All right, Slocky, back. Yeshua, I returned. All right, so yeah, so it says set him not by thee, right? Many of you, Jake, want to set Eve right with you. Scripture says, joy, the hand joined in hand. Wicked shall not go unpunished, roughly paraphrasing and such. Y'all joining hand in hand with Jake, like with the wicked, like y'all gonna be good. No, that's the devil. If anything, you need to sever the cord from that mug. All right, you get caught in his trap, his pet system. It says, though he humble himself and go catching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And yeah, I just had to say that again, man. You know, it says, and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as though thou hast wiped the looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rest has not been altogether wiped away. Slocky, if I got that all mixed up. Set him not by thee, verse 12 and 12. When he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place, neither let him sit at thy right hand. The right hand represent your power, authority, righteousness, and such. And like I said, loads of you, Jake, y'all trusting this man for justice. He's gonna do what's right. These leaders, look, he's a good man, man. I met him, he shook my hand, he looked at me in the face, and he had his shirt on, his red tie or blue tie, and he shook my hand and said, I'm gonna do something great for your community. I'm gonna do something great for your neighborhood. You live in North Philly. We're gonna change North Philly. We're gonna get rid of all of the opioids. Dude, come on, man. Out of here. If you did, you're just gonna put them somewhere else. Come on, man. Especially look at Philadelphia. This place is shite. Anyway, I hate this place. And I hate Babylon. Everybody knows that. If you know anything about me, you know I hate Babylon. I never want to be here beyond or prior to the truth, and even in the truth. I don't want to be in Babylon. I hate Babylon. I should not ball. I hate Babylon. Allah, the Quash La, Hayah, want to be here, basically. I don't want to be here, basically. The point is, I hate it, I would rather if I was here, being in Europe somewhere, but, it's all shite. DTA, right? The brothers at DTA. DTA, we know what that is. Mawathlab of, Babylon, basically. All right? Babylon is America. Get it? DT, death 2. There you go. Babylon. DTB, as I say. But, or MTB. MTB. That's me right there. But yeah, so it says, neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at last remember my words and be pricked therewith. Right? Who will pity a charmer? That is, DT Ball, DTB. That's a new word. DTB. DTB, I just made it. I just made it DTB, but Wafla Ball or B or B. Yeah, that's what it would BL. Hold on, slocking. I ain't gonna say no BLT. Making less than that slocking. Uh, Mawath, right? Is death in Hebrew. Or you could say Abad, right? Abad, which is perish, right? Destroy Babylon. Um, but you can say Mawath La. So Mawath MLB, like the Major League baseball. It's like but I'm just being fun with it. But yeah, man. But seriously, Lord gonna destroy Babylon, man, for real, all to the top. But yeah, who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh to wild beasts? And he is a wild beast. I mean, he's a beast of the. He's violent in the earth. If you know anything about this man, you know. And if, like I said, somebody just like you playing around, like you Jake, y'all seem like y'all playing around with sweet nothings. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna vote for you, man. I'm gonna be with you. I'm gonna be at your rally. I'm gonna come into the office. I'm gonna tell you what's going down in my community, my hood. You know, when I see nothing but trash and rubbish that's being dumped in the street, and prostitutes sitting on the corner, and nobody's doing nothing. People's and got different type of rackets going about, and I know about it, but I can't do nothing because I don't want to do anything about it because it's not that much money that's coming into it. For me to want to care. It's like these politicians, they can change things overnight if they want it. In your particular district. But they don't care. As simple as that, man. Unless if this money is right, where they saying like, oh, we got real estate investors and they're coming true and they're changing everything. That's when when the money is there, then they're changing it. If the money is not there, they don't care about you, Jake. You know, they don't care about your head. So y'all charming charming them, man. Oh yeah, it's like y'all be singing, and you see they got the church. You said black woman voice could be a damn charmer in them churches, because they definitely go to them churches. These politicians, they go to their church and sit there in the church like, yeah, man, I'm a Christian too, and the love of God. God told me that I gotta change this place, and we're gonna bless this nation. Dude, shut up, man. The person you gotta run away from, man. Run away from the black woman. Run away from this sister right here. Where's that at, man? This right here. Run away from this sister. Run away from this sister, man. When you see a sister like this, run away from her. I don't care if she wearing a flannel like me and looking cute, because you got some of them girls with the wet and wavy and stuff that be looking real cute and such. Run away from her if she into this. I said, or she in it, let her be into this, but don't drag me into it. I'm good. You could go and do all that. I just say, I don't even know. You got a lot of these chicks or something like that. I don't know, but you got a lot of chicks that's into that politics stuff, man. Voting in them, they be in them office working for the politicians and such. Getting in them campaigns. Oh, sign up people to vote. You get $22 an hour to just sign people up to blow up your phone. You know how many of you Jays got phone like text messages, calls, you're voting, right? Dude, I'm not voting. What are you talking about? I'm here with this black and brown commission, and we're concerned about you voting. Knocking down your door or something like that. You had a door, they had a key, they coming in. They ain't even have a key. They got a key bump. They bumping in this mug. But that it's how I be, man. But it says, yeah, so, anyone such come in wild beast, because if you come next to a wild beast, what do you expect the wild beast to do? Of course, what they're going to do? He's only going off his instinct. He's going to bite you. You know, that's what he gonna do. He gonna bite you. Oh, you know, I'm a damn wolf, coyote, fox. It says, so one that goeth. This is Sirach 12 and 14. It says 14. It says, so one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him and his sins, and that's where you, Jake, when you get into this politics, you know, getting all Democrat, Republican, man, dude, man. Republicans for blacks for Republicans, Latinos for Democrat. Dude, this is confusion. All right, you getting defiled with him and his sins. Okay, who will pity? Right, who gonna pity? The Lord ain't gonna pity. You gonna look at you like you stupid. Didn't I tell you know to trust your enemy? For a while he will abide with thee, but if he begin to fall, he will not tarry. And hey, he shows you that when it's the ship is sinking, he's jumping ship. You know, the ship is sinking, which, like I say, you gonna see loads of these. Look, you think that in your communities, like I say, these Edomites is for you and such. You're gonna see it's going what, as it tell you in Isaiah the 13th chapter. Basically, everybody gonna turn to their own people. What did it say? Let me see if I can get it. Beautiful, beautiful. You probably. I'll tell you, Isaiah 13 and yeah, 14, it says, and that shall be as a chief roll, and a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into his own land. Everybody gonna turn to his own people. You don't see, you thought, oh yeah, man, I voted Democrat. Oh, I know my neighbor right there voted Democrat too. You know, in the time of Jacob trouble and the times we're coming in, they ain't gonna care about you. He gonna be like, I'm white, you're black, and I don't like you. Simple as that. And we're not supposed to be together. You know? And it's biblical. You know, when you go into it, you know. But like I said, Esau and Jacob, you know, and also the heathen. You know, the heathen gonna do the same. They ain't for you and such. You know, it's gonna be, as you say, that division, you gonna know what it is. Alright? A beast cleaveth to his like. Remember that, as the scriptures say. And so it says, an enemy speaketh, this is back to 12 and Sirach 12 and 16. The enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. So it's just telling you, man, the manipulative nature of your enemy. Look at Gad, so-called North American, and his broad bond, or what's that? Red Reuben. Is it Seminole Indians? Oh, I hope I got that right? Shemaiwan is so-called Dominican Simeon, right? Yeah, so I'm right. Look at the man's track record. He can't be trusted. When nation be divided against itself, how can it stand? Satan can say, how can it stand? It can't. So why would you trust in a political system like this? All right, crazy. So I don't know if y'all got anything else. I'm gonna check the comment board, but that's pretty much the lesson to the spirit. Birthday how by Shem outside, Shem Dust. You know, having that what they call that, for diligence in the Hebrew. I think it's Karatazah. Some of my brother's name is Karatazah. And I think that means diligent. And the diligence, because I need to be back diligent because, man, for quite a bit, I'm trying to get that together. But loads of it is because I'm not reading enough, and also the transition into the new place, and then also, like I say, I prefer to do lessons, sit there and lessons on the computer and supplement it with this too. But you know, I'm stuck using this live stream thing, so bear with me. Like I said, hopefully maybe at the end of the month, hoping to get that a maxed out. Hopefully, Lord will maxed out, computer or something like that. I could do my videos again, and even do even better videos through the spirit. For I'll just try to pick it up. We're no vain, but it's something of course to invest in. So it's always good. So with that, birthday Hawa, birthday Shai, birthday Hawa, birthday Shai, call Allah, Wahwa, Hayna, Yahaba, Shai, Kadash. Double honors to our elder apostles, the great millstone, future citation elect. Shalom to the Akim, Shamar, that's watching these videos and such. I hope this is working out good. With this live stream, even if it lags, I'm hoping it works. Yeah, DTB. Yeah, La Ball, DTB. He just made a new one. DTB, you gotta keep that. I don't know, you might gotta make like a wee video, DTB or something. If you could do some posts, DTB. We can push it, DTB. Yeah, Deb the Bible, Ball, Shalom, Shalom.